Good afternoon. I'm calling this meeting to order. Welcome to the Sedro Woolley Rotary Club, the best Rotary Club in the... We'll start the meeting with an invocation with Lynn Tucker.
All right, if we could bow our heads there. The paths of our lives are filled with peaks and valleys. In the valleys, we find true growth and opportunity. Let us embrace both peaks and valleys as we strive to serve. Let us give thanks for our blessings and a chance to meet together in fellowship, peace, and service. We're grateful for our Rotary friends and the meal we share. Amen.
All right, let's say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, please join me in the four-way test. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? And today's song is with Keith Torstead. Yay! Woo! Thanks, Keith.
You know, since we're doing anniversaries, I think a very appropriate song would be "You Are My Sunshine." What do you think? I think we mostly know that without the words, right? You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. There you go. Thank you.
Great job. You may be seated. Do we have any visiting Rotarians?
We have Sloan visiting us from Mount Vernon. She just joined the Rotary on Tuesday, and she is a retired radiologist.
Welcome.
I would introduce, but I couldn't hear your names whenever I asked, so.
Amanda Sloan, and I am part of the Burlington Midday Group.
Stephanie Hokanson, member of the Mount Vernon Rotarians.
I'd like to introduce my son, Ryan.
All right. Do we have any other guests of Rotarians? All right. Seeing none, let's move straight on to anniversaries with Julia.
You've got to be careful when you have a husband like that. It's just, you never know what comes out of his head and mouth. Well, we are very happy to celebrate anniversaries this month in March, and we have quite a few couples who made it their special months for the rest of their married life. We have Dan and Sandy Sims celebrating it on the 1st of March. So they're starting the month with the anniversaries. John and Katie Janicki on the 12th, and Tomasz and Katie Benchik on the 17th. And I'm really appreciative of all those people getting back to me very quickly and letting me know that they are out of town and they're celebrating. Tomasz and Katie specifically are just taking 2 days off to go and celebrate. And so they are not able to be here to share it with us. But we do have 3 other couples who did make it and even brought their spouses, which is so special. Joellen, we're going to start with you, please. Would you be so kind to say a few words about your life with Kevin?
Oh, Lord. Ooh. Yes, we've been happily married for 17 years, and I've known him since 6th grade.
must have done something right. That's hard to keep it right from grade 6. Happy anniversary, you guys. And we have very special two couples over here. We're gonna start with Becky. I am absolutely grateful to have Becky. Anytime that I'm out of town, I can count on Becky to be here for my anniversary. Thank you. And she and Randy are here today, and she'll say a few words.
Yeah, Randy and I met through a Rotarian, so Rotary is really dear to my heart. Troy Kuntz recommended me to a gal that was selling, and she set us up on a blind date 17 years ago. We've been married for 16, and it's been wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And the flower is already there. Thank you, Randy, for making it today. It's very special to have you. And the singer of today's meeting is Keith Sorsted, and he brought his lovely spouse. Thank you so very much for being here.
This is my wife, Cindy. We were high school sweethearts. We are celebrating the big 50 years on Saturday, March 22nd. High school sweethearts, so we've been actually in a very close relationship for 56 years. It's pretty amazing. So even after 6 years, she still decided to marry me. So we have 2 children. Carity, our daughter, is married and has 2 boys. And Mitchell, our son, has 2 boys. So we have 4 grandsons, and that keeps us going and a lot of fun. So anyway, it's been a great ride.
Fantastic. Now you just have another half a century to go. That's it, right? Happy anniversaries. Thank you so much for being here and sharing the meeting with us. It's lovely to have you here.
All right. Do we have any other announcements from the floor? Oh, Chris.
I just wanted to do a big thank you to everybody that has reached out and wanted to support the concert series. Only a couple $100 away. I'm doing a call for bands. It's going to be a really exciting year. So I just thank you, those of you guys that decided to help out with the concert this year and spread the word. So we're doing good.
Thanks, Chris. Oh, and Dan Hockett has an announcement.
So I've been bringing this up, and Mike is sitting right here with me today. So I passed around a sheet last week, and Ruth is not finding it right now. So I can get a show of hands.
It's here.
Maybe.
Somewhere.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Who's going to be making the work party? If you could raise your hand. Okay. Hopefully more of you can join us. It's on April 5th. What's going on is Johnny Janicki is actually going over on Friday and going to use a machine, a mini excavator, and get it prepped. And then we're going to build a retaining wall and trim a bunch of brush and do some things like that for him. And like I said before, it's for Mike's grandkids. So it's a really good cause. I'll play on the Bleeding Hearts. Also today, I ended up meeting over here with Nathan and Ellen and talking about there's a bocce court going to go in right over here. So middle of May sometime, they'd like to have that done before there's an anniversary coming up. Probably just a day's pretty simple work there too. So that's what I've got for now.
All right. Thanks, Dan. And last night we met as Area I presidents, and we had the opportunity because all of the clubs over the last few years had overpaid basically. And so to make it right with District 50/50 areas, they are giving that money back in the form of grants. And so we had several just wonderful proposals. So we went through them last night, and it was decided that we're going to do the proposal that was turned in by Helping Hands Food Bank. So I'm really excited about that because it's close to our home. And that will be May 17th. And there's a whole laundry list of projects to do out there involving their urban forest area, getting blackberries out. They need a garden shed built. They, with part of the grant money will be buying things that'll make it sustainable, like gardening tools and stuff. They want to install raised garden beds, all of that. And I know many of us support Helping Hands in this room, so it'll be great to do that. And I'll be going to the board, the project, they'll be giving $5,000 toward the project from the district. And Becky said to do everything on her wish list would be about 8,500. So we'll talk to the board and see if we can find another 3,500 to do the entire thing. Yeah, so we'll get you more information about that before mid-May. So it's the weekend after the auction. So no one will be tired. All right. Are there any other announcements that I missed? If not, we have a raffle.
We do. Okay, up first we have number 31. All right. Sorry. Okay, maybe number 10 will have better luck. You can pick some wine or spin the wheel, whatever you want to do. Good choice. And finally, we have number 66.
Yay.
Thank you.
More wine. All right.
All right. And before I turn it over to Nick, Sheena just texted me a great reminder. Thank you, Sheena. We have several new member proposals on the table, so please take a look at those. I believe they'll be on the table for 2 weeks, and then hopefully we're hoping to orient them during spring break. Chris Johnston and the crew are. So take a look and let Chris know if you have any questions or concerns. Now we'll turn it over to Nick with the microphone.
All right, I have the duty of Sergeant at Arms again this week. Last week, if you weren't here, I was coming up with things to try and build our knowledge of the club. So I looked into the handbook and found a whole bunch of random questions. So most of these are basically, you can't figure out, but you guys get the first one. There were 3 new Rotarians in 2011. Name 2 of them. There were 3 new members in 2011. Name 2 of them. Brian Hammonds. This was the year 2011. Easy. $2. Joe and I both started in 2011 with Curtis Melder, who's not here. Yeah. Curtis Melder is the third. Of those 3, who is the greatest Rotarian? No, Curtis. $2. Of those 3, who's the worst? All right, that was the easy one. Joe and I were both also born in the same year. What year? Oh, Carl just got here. What year were Joe and I born? Dang it. Who's older? You are correct. He's way older than me. So you still own $1. That was a lot of fun. Yeah. A lot of these questions are based on who was mean to me when I walked into the room. So, Mark, somebody at this table thinks I have poor attendance at Rotary, Kevin. said I don't show up to meetings. Within 2%, what is my current attendance, including makeups? What's your final answer, table? 55? 72. Pay $3 for that.
Can Sheena confirm that?
Fact check away. 71.429. If you really want to know. There's only been 5 years that this club, since 1990, I should say, 5 years that we did not have a new member. Since 1990, which, give me 2 of those years. Yeah, what the heck? We had members, and the only 5 years we did not have a new member to the club was 1990, 2000, 2002, 2008, and 2012. Couple bucks. Online. All right, we've got somebody answering. All right. Oh, it's Travis. He's not going to get, no, Travis isn't there. How many Rotarians are in the club that joined before 1990? Frank says 23. Don 34. There are 11 people in the club that joined before 1990. So online, send us some money. All right. I think this could be my last one, which I got to pick a good one. That's not so good. Who joined the club in 1989? Give you a couple hints. Or Joe. Hint was he was a president of the club in 2004 and 5. Keith Sorsted. Couple bucks. Did I get everybody? All right, happy bucks.
Since John's not here, I'm going to pay $10 because I'm pretty sure he's in Rome. He's probably negotiating some kind of deal with the Pope. What I really told him is that, you're already going to heaven. Pray for me. And he thought that was inappropriate, but I still think he should pray for me. So.
Well, last night, Yulia and we took a bullet for the Rotary Club and we attended the Anacortes fundraiser thing over there. And it was really tough. We had to go to Anthony's and eat dinner. So we took one for the team. It was fun.
Well, I have a happy 20. You can't see it right here, but I just literally got this picture because my son got married in Austin, Texas to his girlfriend Jade and her daughter Jaya and her son Sol, and she's pregnant with our granddaughter Viva, who will be born in August. So I'm very, very happy to celebrate this.
I have a happy 200. $50 of that is $1 for every wonderful year that I've shared with my wife of marriage. The other is paying for the lack of contribution that I've done to Happy Bucks and the raffle and so on and so forth for the meetings that I've missed. For those of you that don't know, the new members, we get 3, well, in addition to all the fun we get on a weekly basis, we get 3 wonderful meals: installation, the summer barbecue, and our Christmas dinner are free of charge to the Rotarians, but we pay them in advance through fines and raffles and Happy Bucks and so on and so forth. If you're not here, you can't contribute. I'm trying to get reconciliation here for our past not contributing. So anyway, remember that when you're not here, try to reimburse the club for those expenses. Thank you.
Somebody else over here? I got a happy 20 for seeing Randy here at this meeting. Randy played a huge part in my career, especially in the early years, serving as a role model and a mentor. And so to this day, when I think of what a pharmacist should be, I think of Randy.
Hey, happy 20 for my 79th birthday today. Made another one.
I think we have someone online.
Hi, guys. Yeah, I have a happy 20. I am on the heels of 2 years almost of being back and forth to Delaware to take care of my father-in-law who had a stroke. And my wife has finally returned. In addition to that, I just wrapped up last week the last required Thursday meeting in Seattle for negotiating the Seattle City Light relicensing. And so hopefully you guys will be seeing my smiling face a lot more in the future than you have for the last 18 months or so. So good to see you. And yes, I also like to keep my cash contributions coming. So our treasurer will see me again with my fines from all of the virtual meetings I've had to do.
Thanks, Don.
More?
Anyone else? Anyone? All right, then I'd like to invite Aldi up to introduce our program today.
Well, oh. Hello, fellow Rotarians. It is my pleasure today to introduce Amanda Sloan with SPARC and a very and well-needed program in our area. So she brought her cohorts with her to share what SPARC has been doing in our county. And I think they do have also an auction that's happening this upcoming Saturday. So for those of you who are attending, thank you. Otherwise, I won't take much of the time. I'll let Amanda take the floor. Welcome.
Thank you, Aldi. All right. Thank you for having us. Sorry, I just need a moment to get familiar with this microphone. Yeah. I'll do it. Can you hear me okay? Okay, perfect. All right. Okay, here I'll test. Mr. Torseth. Did I say that right? Sorth? Okay. I was thinking Torseth. I was going to say, are you related to Laura? But probably not. So while you get that going, I'll just go ahead and start. Again, I'm Amanda Sloan. I'm the executive director at SPARC, and I'm always happy to talk to Rotary. You guys are a great Rotary group. I was here probably about a year ago, and you guys invited me back. Thank you. Are we good? Are we up? I'm just going to start with our mission. Our mission is to provide individualized therapy services or educational services to families and children with disabilities, developmental delays, disabilities, or chronic medical conditions here in Skagit County. Before I jump into our programming, I'm going to show a quick video. And we're going to I'll let you work on that. I'm honored to share this story. It's Jana's story. Parents are Matt and Amy Strottenhouse. They welcomed their baby girl, Jana. Jana is now about 12 years old. But she started her journey with SPARC from the day she was born. And If you happen to know Matt and Amy or Jana, just, thank them for their courage to share their story because it's pretty powerful and it takes a lot of courage to share your story. Also, I want to share that this clip was created for one of our fundraising events. And so if there's any sentiments in it that is requesting money or supporting SPARC, thank you for your grace and flexibility. Really today is just to share what we do, and this story really illustrates that. So I think we're ready.
The radiologist pause for a minute, call somebody else to the room. So you're just sitting there wondering what's going on. Yeah, really anxiety, wondering all, of course, all of our spirits runs through your head. So we went down and had our third ultrasound in 4 days, and have to make it firm again. I had to find out that. But children thinking about it at the moment. It's not what you thought you were getting into when you started working with a family all the way. Those early days were really tough. We're not sure what to do with that. Tell you, we're like we're gonna ankle, right? We won't walk. But they're like she was her learning for all its organization. We wanted to know that, but at the same time, such heartbreaking things. There's no driving home, driving to tears. This is also she goes to California, so they had to give us a huge background. Where's the base now? Jana was due March 4th. However, she picked her own birthday. She was born February 15th. They did the emergency C-section right away. Took an ambulance to the Seattle Children's. She had her back closed up right away. So she hung out in Seattle Children's for about 10 days. And also got a shot put in a couple days later. And then that's when SPARC contacted us. With our so as soon as we got all that, they were in touch with us. The services immediately started. It is burden free with SPARC, so we began the process of early intervention already. Today, now Jana is 10 years old. Then you are
That was actually created when our OT retired. So she's saying goodbye to Sean. So Jana's story truly embodies the spirit of SPARC and the passion behind our mission. And that passion has been carried forward by our founders back in 1964. We are, yeah, that's right. We're celebrating our 61st year of service this year. So we've been around for a long time. We were founded by a small group of parents who all had a child with a developmental disability. And of course, back in 1964, there was not a lot of support for people with disabilities. And SPARC really paved the way in our community and in our neighboring communities. I also like to mention that SPARC, they paved the way on very, very little resources too. It wasn't until SPARC was fully operating before the state or federal governments sponsored us or funded us. And so we did a lot with very little, and yeah, it's something that I think they're very proud of. It just shows the passion behind it. Today, funding is through many sources. We have, hang on, let me find my spots here. We have state funding, including the Department of Health, Department of Children, Youth and Family Services, Skagit County Public Health, among others. We also partner with school districts, private insurance, and donors and philanthropic foundations. We are also, because our services are at no cost, there are some situations where if we are billing a family's private insurance, our contracts with an insurance company requires us to send families bills. And so that is sometimes a hardship. You know, paying their co-pays is a hardship for them. And so we want to make sure that every family is able to receive the service, even if they are not able to afford the service. And so our annual fundraiser is a huge help to make that happen. If you are interested, it is this Saturday at the new Library Commons. And if you're interested, let me know. Or you can also, there's QR codes too that you can sign up. I think. So let me talk a little about our 4 programs. We carry out our mission through, well, first I'm going to start with our Birth to 3. Stephanie is here. She is our Birth to 3 program manager. And this program serves the bulk of Skagit County. We serve all of the cities within Skagit County except for Anacortes. Our friends at STEPS provides those services. So we go all the way up to Concrete, LaConner, Conway, Burlington, Mount Vernon, and then as of this last July, we are now in Sedro Woolley. So we provide these services in their home or any other natural environment. So it might be their daycare. And we do this until they either no longer qualify or until they reach their 3rd birthday. And then at that time, if they still qualify, they would go into their school district's preschool program. We also have a preschool program, and it is so every district is required to provide a special education preschool program, so 3 to 5 years old. And Mount Vernon School District is the only state in Washington that has always contracted out that service to SPARC. We have been doing it since 1974, ever since the districts have had to do it. So that partnership is something we're really proud of. And then we also currently have a partnership with the LaConner School District to provide those services for they have a smaller amount of students in LaConner. And then we also are a neurodevelopment center. We are one of 18 in the state of Washington. And really what this means is that if a family would like to have additional services outside of those 2 programs, they can, and we can bill their private insurance company. Our final program is the Parent to Parent program, which is really near and dear to my heart. Heather Millerin is going to share more about this, but I really feel that the Parent to Parent program is a program that sets SPARC apart from all other providers. And the reason why is because we wrap ourselves around the parents. We believe that the parents are their child's best advocate and number one teacher. And most parents are not ready for the journey ahead of them because it's not something they ever planned for. So being able to be connected with others who are going through that same journey is really powerful. So I'm going to let Heather take it from here.
Good afternoon. Amanda mentioned that SPARC was once or first founded by a group of parents who came together who all had children with some sort of developmental disability or chronic complex healthcare need. And so like that, Parent to Parent grew out of SPARC. In the mid-'80s, parents gathered together to support one another because it is an interesting journey. If you've ever experienced that yourself or witnessed a loved one or a neighbor go through that journey. So the partnership between SPARC and Skagit County Parent to Parent began in the mid-'80s and became a formal chapter of Washington State Parent to Parent in 1993. So we are a long-standing partner with SPARC. I've had the honor of being the coordinator for 22 years now, and I am a parent of a loved one with a disability. She's now 26 and doing really well, and she blessed us with a little granddaughter who we adore. But let me tell you more about the program through a short 1-minute video clip. So, Amanda, if you could cue it. So as the video shared, we want families to know that they're not alone on this journey. It can feel very isolating to raise a child with extra needs. Hard to see the little grid underneath the other one. I apologize. So what I was saying is that we want to show parents that they're not alone on this journey. Thus, the name is Parent to Parent. We want to be able to connect with them or connect them to other parents who have children with similar diagnoses or needs. We also want them to be able to work through some of those emotions and challenges and celebrations in a safe environment. And we help them navigate through a lot of that complexity and a lot of the systems that are out there designed to also provide resources and support that can sometimes be just overwhelming to process through. The parent-to-parent model is also endorsed by the American Academy of Pediatrics, where peer-to-peer support is considered one of the best practices for improved family outcomes. And we know that the sooner that we can support that family and connect with them, the better their outcomes in the long run will be. If you can imagine trying to do this journey on your own and then discovering that connection 20, 30 years down the road, a lot of the comments we get from parents that have had that experience will say, why didn't we hear about you sooner? So we want to make sure that we connect with them as soon as we can. As the video clip mentioned, we offer several components to our program. And as a slight contrast to the SPARC services and program, we actually serve the entire county of Skagit County and the entire lifespan, so from birth through death. So even if they're in the SPARC program and their child graduates, we stay with them for as long as they would like to participate. And the beautiful thing is that we also have a statewide network. So if they move to another county, we can connect them to a program there. Or if they move out of state, there might be a partner program in that state as well. As mentioned in the video clip, we do have those three components, and our support system looks a little different depending on the parent's need. Sometimes they just want a one-to-one connection, and we meet them where they're at. Maybe it's via text, Facebook Messenger, email, phone call, Zoom, or in person, whatever. We follow their lead and respond to that. We also offer for parent support groups throughout the county each month. As well as something called a helping parent match, where we train up parents who are ready to offer back to another parent a little bit of support and connection and resource because they have a child with a similar diagnosis. So we train up parents each year and have a wonderful cohort to tap into. And for those rare diagnoses, or maybe someone making a request that we don't have a trained helping parent ready to go, we can reach out to our network within the state, within the nation, or even go globally. We offer tons and tons of information and relevant resources to parents who are asking for specifics. We also do a plethora of educational events throughout the year. And through the beauty of virtual platforms, we can also share our partners' offerings. So a family here in Sedro Woolley can attend a Social Security workshop that's actually based out of, say, Vancouver, Washington, and they don't even have to leave the comfort of their own home or even wear business clothes or casual clothes. They could be in their pajamas and no one will ever know. We offer a monthly e-newsletter, website, and a Facebook page. We also do a ton of recreational social activities to get families together so that they know that they're not the only one in this county. And I want to highlight on the line that says SIB shops and SIB teens, we want to support siblings who have a brother or sister with a special need, because we know that sometimes those brothers and sisters outlive the parents and then become the caregiver or guardian for that loved one. So we want to provide that support along the way. So where can you find our information? We have a great website page on the SPARC website that has that video clip. It has a contact form. It has our information, and it has little tabs to be able to navigate between the different things that we offer as a resource. So I'd love for you to know that, because at some point, if you're not already crossing paths with someone who might be able to use our services, it's just nice for you to know about it in case you do. I want to leave you with this final message. So the mission and the heart of Parent to Parent is to make sure that families are no longer alone and that we are here to support them along that journey. My colleagues and I that make up the Skagit County Parent to Parent team are all parents raising a loved one with a disability or a healthcare need. So we may not understand exactly what that family's going through. We can certainly empathize because we're on that same journey of trying to figure things out. I'm going to turn it back over to Amanda.
So it looks like we're ending right on time. So I'm just going to leave you with how to connect with SPARC. And there's no wrong way. Sorry. As far as services for all of our programs, if you don't know if SPARC is the right avenue or if it's supposed to be another school district, you can always call us and we will guide you to where you need to be. Anybody can refer self, doctors, neighbors, grandparents. Yeah, there's no wrong way to get to us. So thank you for your attention. And if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to stay later. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Oh. So Chinook, they have a great connection because Rob Martin and Joan Martin used to be the executive director for SPARC, and then Rob was the founder of Chinook. And we are, other than that connection, we don't work with them simply because our ages are different. So we serve the young kiddos and they serve the ones who are becoming adults and wanting to find employment. Oh, sure. So we cannot have a wait list. So we serve everybody who qualifies. And in our Births to 3 program we're serving right now, do you recall off the top of your head?
120 a month, but last year we served 300 children.
Yep. And then in our school, last year we ended the year with 172 students. I think we're currently at like 150. Don't quote me on that. It changes every day. And then parent to parent. $2,000, yeah.
We're under 2,000 families through parent to parent.
So again, parent to parent is from birth through the end of life. So there's going to be a lot more. Any other questions? Okay, thank you so much.
And something we didn't mention is Amanda's been one of my fellow presidents in our area. So we've been able to get to know each other at our monthly meetings. So it's been great to have you. So, yeah. All right. Does anyone else have any business? If not, help clean up and put away tables and chairs. Thank you so much.